All right. So, let me adjust my light here. Doo-doo-doo. Did I really need to do that? No, I didn't. But I did it anyway. Oh well. Anyway, so you're thinking about joining the military. Well, only thing I can tell you is I think it's I got plenty of thoughts on that, actually. That's, wow, I do hope you realize what you're getting yourself into. It's not a bad thing, it's not a negative thing. But the state of the world, as it is to this day, it's no joke over there on deployment. Iraq and Afghanistan, it is not a joke. It's something you need to take serious. And if you're going to join the military, if you're going to go in, you need to go in knowing that you will deploy. At some point in time, you will deploy. So if deployment comes up, don't go out trying to break your leg, trying to do this or do that and finagle things so you can get out of deployment. You raise your right hand, go through with it, finish it. Because at that recruiting office, you guys got to remember this. When you go to the recruiting office, there is no one there forcing you to go. There is no one there pushing you in your seat. And there is no one there making you raise your right hand and to swear to defend this country domestically and, internationally. To uphold, foreign and domestic. There's no one forcing you to do that. So when you get in there and you get the drill sergeants yelling at you and screaming at you, and you get to a command and you got your you got your squad leader doing the same thing, and you experience FTA, foot to so knowing that when you get it, you're not going to be able to have your freedom of speech. You can't do with the things that you want to do. But with that said, just understand what you're getting yourself into. It's not a bad thing, and but it's one of the biggest challenges I think you'll ever face. It's one of those things that there'll be times where you'll hate it. There'll be times where you're gonna love it, and there'll be times where the pain is so great you don't even know how you're gonna even go on. And but through it all, you're gonna come out that much better of a person. But I need you to understand this also, that going into military, understand that the military is like success in a sense, because it's like a magnifying glass. What you are prior to going into the military, believe me, it's going to be magnified 20 times, maybe 50 to 100 times over. You're going to be that who you are, what you are. You're going to be that like times 100. So if you come in the military being a butthole, you're going to be a bigger butthole in the military. If you come in the military being someone that's a team player that gets along with others and everything else, you're going to be that much more of an effective leader going into the military. Once you're in the military, it is what you make it. It's called the Army for a reason. It's called the Navy for a reason. It's called the Air Force for a reason, and it's called the Marines for a reason. And it's also called the Coast Guard for a reason. So understand what you're getting into. You pick your branch, you pick your fate. That's what they do. You pick your, that's the Navy saying, you choose your rate, choose your fate. So if you choose engineering, you think that's the easy way out or something like that, and you find yourself bilge diving and in the bottom of that engine room, turning two and everything else. Hey, buddy, you chose that, no one else. But I just want to let you know, I'm just going to be real with you on joining the military. It's no joke. It's going to take you having to bite your lip. You're going to see things. You're going to hear things that you've never really had to encounter before. You're going to get challenged as a man. You're going to have someone talk down to you and make you feel like a piece of crap. But you'll understand something. That's your choice. Do you give them the power to make you feel like a piece of crap? You give them that permission, or you just stand there, take it, roger that, sergeant, and you just press on, doing what you got to do. Because I tell you what, once you deploy, which is going to be another topic, once you deploy, that sergeant that you thought was the biggest butthole, that sergeant's going to be the one that's going to, he's going to save your butt over there. He's going to keep you, and he's going to help bring you back home. So my suggestion is, when you're in garrison on this side, the civilian sector side, when you're garrison, for those of you who don't know what garrison is, when you're in garrison, meaning stateside, going through your regular training and when you're with your unit and everything else, I would do what you're supposed to do. Do what you were supposed to do, man. They tell you to do something, just do it. Don't lip off, don't pop off at the mouth and everything, because you didn't get in the military to do that. So just do what they tell you to do, and everything will be a lot peaceful. Because I'm telling you, I've had those days when I popped off at the mouth and had a reputation and all the other stuff, man. I tell you what, don't go down that path. Do not go down that path. So if you're going to come in with the right attitude, come in with the right mindset. And just like they tell you as far as getting out, have a plan. Man, have a plan coming in. Have a plan coming in. Work your plan when you're in. Plan, okay, what am I going to do when I get in the first year? This is what I'm going to do. The second year. And then readjust your plan as you're in. Because I tell you what, once you're in, man, it's not a bad life, man. It's really rewarding. I enjoyed it. A lot of times I enjoyed it. A lot of times I hated it. I made friends for life, and I've seen places that I would never ever see. Had I been on the civilian, had I just been civilian or whatever, saving up for vacation, I would have never. I spent 2 years. I lived 2 years in Sicily, Italy, when I was in the Navy, and I tell you what, that experience in itself was just phenomenal, and I never forget it. I talk about it all the time. I spent 18 months in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. I've been to Haiti. I've been to, of course, Iraq and Afghanistan, which we'll talk about in a later topic. But I think that if you are going to join the military, that's what you need to look at. And then on top of that, get your education if you can. It depends on what your job is. If you're going into the infantry, man, I tell you what, you're going to be doing a lot of training. So you're not going to have that much time for school. Your best bet would be to do it online. So, but if you're going in for finance or other things like that, I believe you'll have time to go to school and knock out your education at the same time. So, or if you're going in and it's going to be your life, decide to be a lifer, do that. But whatever your reason for joining the military, I think it's a good reason. And go in and just do what you have to do, man, and do it well and do it successfully. So there you go. But I wouldn't suggest going in there running away from something, because you go in the military running away from something, you're going to be in the military and you're going to continue running away from this, running away from that. So make sure you just your intentions are pure, your intentions are good as far as going in.